look, I'm not an expert. I just been doing this. I've been reading, collecting articles, reading books, and I'm trying to put this together. Like Bob Marley said, trying to get a message to you. The message is we're in deep trouble. I'm saying we are being exterminated. We just don't know what extermination looks like. We think it's that all the people going to disappear. But it's a methodical, scientific process. And we can be exterminated statistically, neutralized and reduced to the point where we will not make any difference. And they're doing it economically, they're doing it educationally, they're doing it psychologically, they're doing it through the biological chemical warfare. They're doing all of these are different methods to reduce the population. So if, let's say I'm absolutely wrong, and you change your behavior, you strengthen your mentality, you strengthen your psychology, you drop the white cultural horror days, you change your diet, you stop spending money you know you don't have, you stop going to the jive concert, you stop looking at garbage on TV. So if you do all those things, you'll be a better person. P-E-R-S-U-N. So if I'm wrong, you really will not lose anything. You're not sacrificing anything. You're gaining. You're gaining yourself. And what the white dominators want to do, they want to destroy all your different selves. So let's say I'm wrong, but you do these things. Like they told you with Y2K, people were saving food and storing up and doing this and doing that, and it was wrong. So, but they still had all the things they needed in the event. So that's all I'm saying. I got an expression. The expression is, are you smart enough to be smart? And we have to admit, some of our people are not very smart. So you got to pick who you're going to talk with, who you're not going to talk with. Some people don't bother with. Some people you bring in. So I think, as I said, in due parents, the hope for our people rests with those between 28 and 34. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 years old. They in the gray area. There's still hope for them. But a vast majority over 40 years old, not all, but a vast majority, forget about them. They're under lockdown. The research I cited, but Dr. Ahmed, A-A-M-O-N-D-T, said that we don't mature intellectually in terms of our ability to reason and think and be rational until we're 25. So I'm not writing the young brothers and sisters off, but a lot of them, they don't want to hear it. They're killing each other, and etc. So if they can get through the Klan mind, K-L-A-N, the Klan mind, get through all of that madness with sneakers and partying and getting high, subtle suicide activities, if they can get through that and get to 26, 27, 28, they got a shot. So I'm just asking people, look, think about what you're doing. How is it relevant to liberation? So let's look at the different cells with Nat Turner. I say we have all these different cells, S-E-L-V-E-L-L-S, and don't let things that are harmful to your cells enter your orbit. So let's look at Nat Turner, and let's say the highest point of each cell is 100%. So what was Nat Turner's psychology? Relative, use the three words, relative, relevant, and relate. What was his psychology relative to liberation from under white domination? It was at 100%. Do you think Nat Turner was celebrating Christmas or the horror days? So what was his cultural aspect relative to black liberation? 100%. What was his economic? Well, he knew that he saw Africans enslaved working night and day for nothing and being brutalized. So he understood that. So his economics said, yo, we're not gonna continue to deal with this. We're gonna get out of this. So his economics was 100%. What was his education? Well, he understood. He stepped back and he looked at the situation. He reflected on it, and he understood it. That means that his education level relative to black liberation from under white domination was at 100%. The full statement is black liberation gets us from under white domination. I always shorten it to say black liberation from white domination. But it's black liberation gets us from under white terror domination. What was his health? His health was probably very low, given that he was eating or was forced to eat, stuff that was not good for him. So that was probably low. But his social self had to be 100% because he was able to articulate the need to get liberated from under white terror to all the other enslaved Africans, and they joined with him. What was his political self? You think that he was voting? Come on, man. His political self was black liberation, black liberation. So we start thinking black liberation, greet each other, black liberation. We want to get free. We want to get our liberation from under this madness. That's what we want. That's what we need. We need to get free. We can save ourselves. Dr. Clark has a book entitled, Can African People Save Themselves? The answer is yes, only through black liberation. And all those brothers and sisters who are jiving, just step to the side, put a sign over your head, I'm a jive Negro. Let us know so we won't mess with you. We won't take up our time. If you love death, just go to death. If you want to just go to church, pray, eat garbage, whatever you want to party, get high, go ahead. We've got the information to tell you, drop that garbage. But if you don't want to drop it, go ahead and do it. Go and do it because we don't need you. We don't want you. You are interference. You're interfering. You're messing up our team. You're going to make us lose. We don't want to lose. We know how to win. We know how to win. And what you all are doing, you're making us lose. And I don't like it. Wake up. We got the books. We got the lectures. We got the people that came here to tell us to drop this garbage. But we don't drop it. We keep doing the same stupid stuff. And I don't dig it.